From rifles that armed revolutions worldwide to pistols carried by every Soviet officer, the Soviet Cold War small arms arsenal was legendary. Check out the most iconic weapons that defined an era. First up, assault rifles. The AK-47 Mikhail Kalashnikov designed the weapon that changed modern warfare in 1947. Firing the 7.62 by 39mm intermediate cartridge, it could still fire after being buried in mud, frozen in ice, or dropped from a helicopter. With only 8 moving parts, it was incredibly reliable. Over 100 million were produced worldwide. The AK-47 became the symbol of Soviet military power and of revolutionary movements across the globe. The AK-47 armed communist forces in Vietnam, revolutionaries in Cuba, and liberation movements across Africa and Asia. It was so effective that even American special forces used captured AK rifles in Southeast Asia. AK-74, the 5.45mm Evolution. Adopted in 1974 to counter the American M16, it fired a smaller, faster round that tumbled on impact, causing devastating wounds. A distinctive muzzle brake reduced recoil by 70%. The Soviets learned from American experience in Vietnam and created a round that was deadlier despite being smaller. Soviet forces deployed it throughout Afghanistan, where its reliability in desert conditions proved the Kalashnikov design philosophy was timeless. If you are enjoying this Soviet small arms arsenal, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you do not miss future weapon catalogs. Moving on to sniper rifles, the Dragunov S5D was the designated marksman rifle, introduced in 1963. It fired a 7.62 by 54mm round, and it used a 4x PSO-1 scope with a built-in rangefinder. Unlike Western sniper rifles designed for precision headshots at extreme range, the SVD was built for semi-automatic fire to suppress enemy positions at 600 to 800 meters. One rifle per infantry squad could pin down enemies while AK-equipped soldiers maneuvered for the assault. The concept was revolutionary. Instead of rare snipers taking single shots, every squad had sustained accurate fire. It changed infantry tactics worldwide. Next on the list, machine guns, PKM. The Kalashnikov machine gun was adopted in 1969. Weighing only 7.5 kilograms, it was lighter than Western equivalents, while firing the powerful 7.62 by 54mm round at 650 rounds per minute from 100-round belts. A single soldier could operate it if necessary, though it was typically used with a 2-man crew. The PKM became the standard general-purpose machine gun for the entire Warsaw Pact and remains in service with over 80 countries today. Its combination of lightweight design, reliability, and devastating firepower made it one of the most successful machine gun designs ever created. Continuing with submachine guns, the PPSH-41 was an iconic weapon of the Great Patriotic War, and it continued in service well into the Cold War. With its distinctive drum magazine and high rate of fire, this 7.62 by 25mm submachine gun could empty a 71-round drum in seconds. Simple, reliable, and produced by the millions during World War II, it armed Soviet allies worldwide into the 1960s. North Korean and Chinese forces used it extensively during the Korean War. Vietnamese guerrillas carried it through the jungles. Its iconic silhouette appeared in every Cold War conflict from Berlin to Saigon. Moving on to shotguns, Saiga 12, the AK pattern shotgun from the 1990s. Semi-automatic, using the proven Kalashnikov action, it accepted detachable box magazines and was as reliable as any AK variant. Special forces valued it for breaching and close-quarters combat. The familiar AK controls meant any Soviet soldier could operate it instantly. It combined the world's most trusted rifle mechanism with devastating 12-gauge firepower. Next up, pistols. The Makarov PM became the new standard Soviet service pistol, adopted in 1951. It fired the 9 by 18mm Makarov round. Simpler and lighter than the previous Tokarev, it featured a double-action trigger and simple blowback operation. Carried by every Soviet officer and vehicle crew, over 5 million were produced. It served until the USSR collapsed and beyond. Warsaw Pact armies, Soviet police, and KGB agents all carried the Makarov. Its compact size and reliability made it the Soviet equivalent of the American 1911. When the Berlin Wall fell, Makarovs flooded the international market, becoming one of the most widely available military pistols in the world. Stechkin Apiece, the automatic pistol. This select fire pistol could be used as a standard pistol or, with its detachable stock, transformed into a submachine gun. Firing the same 9x18mm Makarov round, it could empty its 20-round magazine in seconds on fully automatic. Originally issued to vehicle crews and officers who needed more firepower than a pistol but less bulk than a submachine gun, it was later relegated to Special Forces use. Spetsnaz operators valued its compact firepower for close-quarters combat. Before we wrap up, smash the like button if you learned something new. Your support helps me create more detailed military history content like this. From the legendary AK-47 that armed the world, to the compact Makarov carried by millions of Soviet soldiers, these 8 weapons defined the Soviet Cold War arsenal. The Kalashnikov rifles proved that simplicity beats complexity. The Dragunov changed squad tactics forever. The PKM delivered devastating firepower at minimal weight. Together, they equipped the second most powerful military on Earth, and they shaped conflicts on every continent. Which weapon impressed you most? Let me know in the comments.